Skipping Absolute Cinema is kind of weird. Sorry. I just want to fucking play the game, man. Not that we have much time. You have to start your progress again because Seamless is a different account. But you can just change your you can copy your save file and then change the extension. And you can use your normal save for Seamless if you didn't know. Oh, it doesn't carry Deep of Night progress? Oh, okay. I see. Did I go this way? Is this where I came? Is this where I came in? What's up, Yato? No. Wait. Alright, this is where I fought the boss. Okay. Alright, I got the sewer key. Struggle a bit less today. Hey, we have a really good weapon now. We have this Zanzibar's Greatsword. It does 70 damage. We've been shredding the bosses. There was one boss yesterday who fucking destroyed me, though. I died 17 times to Zanzibar. And I got his sword, though. Oh, we're just... Wait, what? Oh, it's... Oh, okay, I see. I mean, it's not like we need to be here. The thing is, there were other sewer entrances. Oh, okay. Oh, we're here. Okay, I see. Hold on, I should probably start my YouTube stream. Even though we're only playing Jump King Quest for like 30 minutes. The fly guys in there are pretty dangerous, very dangerous for someone like you. You don't know the rules. They'll make you lose your marbles in the blink of an eye. See, the game they play the most is rock, paper, scissors, and the trick is to have the upper hand. Let me show you how. You pick first. Rock, paper, scissors, rock. Why would you choose rock? Such a mistake even for you. Everyone knows how to make their opponents fold when they pick rock. That is why I choose paper. And look at that, I won. Shut the fuck up, dude. Mud oil. Not really sure what I expected. Why do they do this? Just to fucking troll you? Is this more friendly if you're new to Jump King? Why does it look like a Souls-like? Because it literally is a Souls-like. This game is Souls-like Jump King. There is even... You can even be deprived. There's an SL1 class. Oh, hi there, little guy. Sir Percy sent you to save me? He must have. Oh, buddy, I'm in huge debt right now, buddy. I don't know how it happened. Those fly guys came from nowhere, challenged me to a game of rock, paper, scissors. Somehow they beat me. I don't understand how. Even kept my upper hand in my sleeve. Now they say I owe Fat Don big time. Fat Don. Oh. Do I need? Oh no. Bruh. Dude. Fuck you! Oops. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Fucking hell, what did it, what, I wanted to okay, that's my bad. God, damn it, what am I doing, dude? What is the name of the key? Secret sewer key, okay. Oh, there's a path. What, there's fucking poison traps? Oh, he's still alive. The bounce tech. Oh, we jumped over the poison trap. Can you, like, hit the poison trap, I wonder? Fucking, that's great. Oh, sorry, one sec. Alright, fuck it. Let's go down. Kind of curious what's up here, though. Oh, why? Honestly, this stupid pin isn't worth it. I love poison traps. It's great. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. These fucking stupid traps, man. Oh. And he gave me 300 bucks. Oh my god, I'm not betting. We'll do a freebie trial run. You'll see it. It's fair and square. The freebie is free of charge. Okay. It's gonna give me like a free win. Scissors. That's easy paper? Are you fucking stupid? Okay, yeah, he's not stupid. I'm fucking stupid. He's fucking baiting me. How do I get that chest? What is this? Oh. They took my armor, the bastards. Yes, the full set, all lost in a single game of rock and scissors. To think they'd use paper. I thought that was forbidden. They didn't make the rules clear beforehand, that's for sure. And here I am, naked in the dark. Naked in the water. I have my signature move lined up, then all of a sudden, our rules here, Mudface. This is a bet is a bet, Mudbrain, that. That armor was passed down from Grand Frog to Tadpole for generations. I never thought flymen would be this vicious. All I've heard is about how hardworking and industrious they are. Inventive little buggers, they say. I guess I had to learn the hard way what sort of inventions they're all about, huh? Oops. Who's this? Mudman like thee, stalking around parts like this? Aight. Well, got any doubt on thee? Got me some special stuff here. That's right, some stuff thou won't see nowhere else, Mud. But listen, Mud. No doubt means no deal, thou feel me? So what's it gonna be, Mud? Take thy time, Mud. He has a fucking Glock? Just FOD. Thank you for the 61 months. Okay, I'll buy the Glock. I mean, I don't have spite, but maybe we could try it out later. I'm a top tier voice actor. I feel like you're being sarcastic. Honestly, I feel like if I actually like put my heart into it, like I could do a decent job, but most of the time I just don't care. Energy drink. Bro, there's 3 pipes here. Oh, that's great. Back at the start, my favorite. Back to the fucking bog. Another sewer key. Oh, oh my god. No. Woo! Damn. Oh yeah, let me see if I can start downloading First Light now. Shit, I don't know if I can close out of Steam. Oh, great. You know what, let me just... I probably need to restart Steam. Hold on. You know, we got a little look at the sewers. It's okay. Let me try to restart Steam. We actually have a sponsor for 007, by the way. I just don't... I'm not sure, when I can download... Because they didn't send me the... Like, I can't... I don't know, I can't download the game yet. It's unfortunate that 007 and Jump King came out at the same time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I can't download the game yet. Jump King Flush. No, I mean, I want to do both. It's available at 10? Uh-huh. No. No, I mean, It's 9 a.m. It's supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know. I can't download it, so maybe you're right. Maybe we should just keep playing Jump King for now. I'll boot up Jump King Quest again. Just let me know when it's available for download, I guess. Yeah, there's no preload, which is fine. Yeah, I played the Hitman games. Now we can watch the glorious intro.
In a perfect world, equilibrium ruled. The smoking hot babe at the top, adored by all. Alas, this would not endure. For when Grudas hurled his mind upon the lands, the bog engulfed the base of the earth, and chaos flourished. Tainted by the dark flux, Refhim broke the first rule. With Hornbor as his vessel, he usurped the power of the one babe. Using the babe rings, his demon barons enslaved all in a grip of death. Yet, one seemingly insignificant mudman defied his fate. Stealing the babe from the Lord of Darkness, the first Jump King was crowned. But in the moment of his fall, Refhim unveiled his prophecy. Red stars herald my champion. The chosen will rise. With the tide of Armabogan!
All right, back to the sewers. Oops. You know, this stage kind of reminds me of like the first Jump King stage. The bog. Let's go in this pipe. Oh, this guy's here. Can I level up? Wow, dude, upgrading the shield gives it, like, actually so much more stats. I don't know how impactful that is, but... I guess this is just for the merchant. Honestly, this game has been surprisingly fun. When I started this game yesterday, I didn't really know how I felt about it, but... it's definitely, like, grown on me. I thought it was kind of weird that they made it like a... Thought it was kind of strange how they decided to make it like a combat oriented, but it's available. All right, hold on, let me see. It's gonna take a little bit to download it anyways. All right, let me restart Steam. Oh, I don't know if it's saved. Maybe it saved the game, hopefully. I don't know, 007's got pretty good reviews so far. Someone was in the water. Yeah, we already talked to that guy. All right, how big is this game? It's downloading. It's 50 gigs. It's downloading pretty fast, though, at least. Alright, well, it's downloading. Downloading pretty fast. It says it'll be done in 7 minutes. Well, it's got the suit and bow tie on. I feel like Mika has probably rubbed off on him. I mean, Mika does a cosplay like almost every single stream. It's actually kind of impressive. I couldn't be bothered to do that shit. Larksa, thank you for the 104 months. When are you playing Jump King Quest? It's Pog. Oh. Did I make it up here? No. Looks so ugly. Be nice. Is this the key? Oh. Does look terrible. Okay, I will say, when I first started the game, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this graphic style, but it's definitely grown on me, I will say. But nah, I'm just joking, Larksa. I will say this game is definitely like easier than the first one though, at least. Damn, this jump is tough. Oh, there we go. Well, okay, to be fair, Zanzibar was an optional boss though. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know where we are right now. Like, you didn't... I don't think you needed to do Zanzibar. Holy shit. Oh. This the first level? No. There's a pack of cigs up there. Oh no. I'm fucking poisoned. Oh, sewer exit key. Fuck. There's a secret there. And I want it. It's a respect statue. Alright, nice. Hey, Batoot. Time for the Glock. I assume this is a boss fight? Oh god. Oh, this arena looks fucking horrible. Fucking fat Don. Great. Oh, good God. Honestly, dude, the hardest part about boss fights in this game are the arenas. Like, genuinely. When you get, like, a shitty arena, it's so... Like, the shitty arena is, like, the hardest part. Okay, hold on. I need to check the download. How is it not... Oh, let's get in there. Larksa, did you start downloading Last Light? Is that why my download speed just got cut in half? Bruh. You need to start your sponsor? I thought you were doing it at 11. It's fine, though. You changed your mind? I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Let me over your fucking fat fucking head, dude. I do so much damage, I can just like face tank. It's actually kind of stupid. Oh my god, he dropped a cigar. A fine bogweed cigar unbranded. Said that the best cigars are rolled on the supple inner wrist of a handmaiden of the Lady of the Bog. Damn. What's over here? Oh. A new delivery guy, huh? Huh? You don't look like one of us. Wait, you're stinking Mudface. Where's Fat Don? Fat Don, help! Or, you're Dickus, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You currently owe us. Let me see here. 13,939 marbles. Fuck you, dude. I'm paying you shit. I don't know. There's like a weight stat in this game, but I don't know if it does like anything. Right. The sewer exit key is up top here. Turn speed with your weapon out. Yeah. I feel like you could still turn pretty fast, but yeah, maybe that's true. Okay, well, 007 is ready, so let me grab these cigarettes. Oh, there's a... Wait, there's a warp spot here too? Okay, let's just go grab that. We're at the outskirts of Well. Retardia? What the fuck? Is that actually a name of something in this game? Damn, spoils! You're spoiling it. Alright. Zanzibar said that? Oh, maybe I don't know if I don't remember that.